Clark Reid back with you on a Monday for your tech report today. And I'll tell you what, as we drop out of the ether with these reports, we'd love it if you'd give the like button a little tap with your digit finger there. And you can also subscribe so you know when each new report is posted. Nvidia is saying that AI chip prices for servers will go up by 15% next year. I know you're thinking, why do I care? I'm not buying server chips. I don't even have a giant AI server farm. Well, guess what? Those higher prices will find their way down to your smartphones and all your other electronics that use system on a chip that you might own or be about to buy. So there is that. The nextweb.com reports that the specific chips that will get the bump first are NVIDIA's Vera Rubin and Grace Blackwell chips. It's worth pointing out that NVIDIA has gross margins of a whopping 75% on chips and is still passing on increased raw material prices to buyers. Those kind of rapacious margins are a lot of what makes it the most valuable listed company in the world. Coming out of the auto business, where 2 to 5% is a decent margin, and then radio, where lots of stations at least used to make 30%, a few even 40%, a gross margin of 75% just seems obscene to me. As is the case a lot of times from Apple and other tech makers, some people have gotten their hands on the early models of product to use and report back to Apple with it. Now, according to AppleInsider.com, some of those folks are now leaking a few tidbits about the imminent Apple folding iPhone. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman spoke to several beta users, and here are a few nuggets. The phone is thick when folded, but still fits in a pocket. When it's opened up to the larger inner screen, you get an iPad-like app layout, which will be cool. Often iPad apps are a larger window layout, and they're easier to use. Now, on the downside, the folding iPhone lacks a telephoto cam, which by itself is enough for me to not want one at any price. I've used the telephoto lens repeatedly to shoot video and pics of grandkids doing gymnastics and sports, so a phone without a telephoto isn't going to work for me. Also, the folding iPhone doesn't have Face ID, but like my iPad mini, uses Touch ID. Now, that's a step backwards, too. For a phone costing north of $2,000, I expect more. Maybe some future year Apple. A caveat for you, and that is often they put out various versions of something before deciding on the final one. So maybe we'll get, Face ID and a telephoto after all, but I'm kind of doubtful. Zillow has settled an antitrust suit with the Federal Trade Commission, and Gadget.com notes this flowed from Zillow buying off rival Redfin for $100 million. The FTC, in a press release, said the two sides resolved the lawsuit and reversed an agreement from Zillow that shut down Redfin's internet listing service for apartment rentals. As part of the settlement, Redfin has to enter the ILS market and make commitments that would ensure its competitiveness, including a relaunch of its significantly more listings, according to the FTC. The settlement also requires Zillow to provide Redfin with employee information to allow for employee recruitment. On the consumer side, Zillow has to offer its customers the ability to renegotiate their contracts without any extra cost or penalty as part of that settlement. OpenAI is calling for California to tighten up its AI safety bill. TechCrunch.com reports the maker of ChatGPT is wanting expanded safeguards for including required monitoring of frontier models under training or evaluation for potential serious incidents, and by, quote, strengthening cybersecurity protections throughout the model development lifecycle, end quote. It's notable that OpenAI had opposed SB 53. Our take is that this has less to do with one of OpenAI's models escaping the test environment and attacking Hugging Face, and a lot more to do with a previously unknown group releasing a powerful new model into the wild. It's called Ox Alpha, and it's appeared on the Open Router platform without any company claiming ownership. It features a massive 1 million token context window and multimodal support for text, images, and video. And it has top-tier performance on coding and agentic tasks. Count on big companies to ask for regulation when an unknown competitor steps forward and might clean your clock. I'm Clark Reid, and you're Technified for now.